Lecha dodi ligrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. Lecha dodi ligrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla.
My mother registered me with the local talent agency, and one day we got a call to go on an interview at Paramount Pictures for the movie The Ten Commandments. They were looking for a little girl to play Miriam as a child. So I remember this clearly. And we took the bus and we arrived at Paramount Studios, and there were a lot of little girls there, and we went into the office. Associate director, his name was Henry Wilcoxon, looked at all of us, and he looked at me and he said, "Little girl, put your sweater over your head." So I did. He let everybody else go, and he took me by the hand, and he took me out onto the movie stage, sound stage, where they were filming. And he brought Mr. DeMille over to me, and Mr. DeMille said, "Little girl, do you know a poem?" And I said, "Oh yes, Mr. DeMille." And I recited The Daffodils by William Wordsworth, and that's how I got the job.
And their cry came up unto God, and God heard them, and cast into Egypt, into the lowly hut of Amram and Joshabel, the seed of a man, upon whose mind and heart would be written God's law and God's commandments, one man to stand alone against an empire.
There's a segment in my part as Miriam in the Ten Commandments where Mr. DeMille is directing me one-on-one. After the baby is put into the bulrushes, Miriam follows the basket down the Nile until it reaches the palace, where Batya, Pharaoh's daughter, finds the baby and decides to take the baby as her own. Well, Miriam is following the basket, and she finds a place to hide behind a pillar and watch what's happening. Well, when I was doing this, there was no Batya, there was no princess to find the baby. Mr. DeMille saying to me, "Miriam, now you're worried. Okay, show that on your face. Now, Miriam, you're anxious. You don't know what's going to happen. Show that on your expression. Now, Miriam, you're relieved and you're happy because Batya has picked up the baby and you know that Moses is going to live." That's how he directed me.
God of Abraham, take my child into thy hands, that he may live to thy service.
But Mother, we have not even given him a name.
God will give him a name. Follow it, Miriam. Watch it from the reeds. See where the Lord will lead him.
Yes, Mother.